everyone, and welcome to Madam Monique's Kitchen. Hello everyone, and welcome to Madam Monique's Kitchen. So today, guys, we're gonna do tandoori chicken and pearl barley salad. Trust me, you won't regret it. So first off, we're gonna pre-cook our chicken because we're gonna cook them twice. So the first time we're gonna pre-cook them, 15 minutes in the oven, come back, and then do the finishing part. Okay, so I have my tom yum paste. The reason why I decided to use tom yum paste has every marinade that I needed. It's like everything in one package. It's got garlic, ginger, turmeric, cumin, coriander, you name all the spices. So instead of me putting turmeric, this, I just do everything in one. Simple. And it's one of my secret ingredients. Trust me. Once you have this, you don't need to stress it for anything, and you're going to massage this really well, very well. So normally if we have, because this Maryland chicken is really tiny, so I wouldn't strike it in between. But if you have a bigger size, I will advise you that you strike it in between so that the marinade will go inside. But this one is very small and also tender, so you don't want to overpower it. So just massage it really well so that the marinade can go inside very nicely. Don't be shy, just massage as much as you can. Okay, so before we put them on the tray, we're gonna make a very nice bed of lemongrass. So for our lemongrass, we're just going to chop them roughly. You can chop them any desired shape you want to chop them, but because I'm going to make them into a bed, that is why this is where the flavor is. This is where the flavor is. You want to really pay attention to that. So when you chop them in a diagonal shape. And that lemongrass is going to bring up the flavor of the chicken. So you're going to make a very nice lemongrass bed. Make sure you make enough bed for your chicken to lay on it. That's all you need. Nice, like that. Beautiful bed. You can bring the bed closer so you don't want the flavor to escape. So my temperature is already set. I'm going to cook this for 10 minutes. 15 minutes will be overcooked. I just want to pre-cook it halfway because we're going to recook it again after we do the tandoori sauce. So I'll do this one first. Okay, so next what we're gonna do, we are going to do our vegetables for our pearl barley. So we're gonna do our eggplant, zucchini, and our peppers. We're gonna grill them nicely. So I'll just get a few of these because that will be way too much. And gonna put a bit of seasoning, a bit of salt and pepper, and also a little bit of olive oil so it doesn't stick on the grill. Just a bit, massage it very well as well, and turn the other side, repeat the same thing. Don't overpower the seasoning, just a little bit. massage it very well. And we're going to grill that. Maybe a bit of oil. So I'm going to do the whole lot, the capsicum and the zucchini. So we're going to repeat the same as we did for the eggplants. Season with salt and pepper, not too much. And a bit of oil. As you know, I'm always using extra virgin olive oil. So massage this very well as well. Alright, so now we're going to do our tandoori paste sauce. So for our tandoori paste sauce, we have our tandoori paste, of course, obviously, and some yogurt, natural yogurt, and I'm using a little bit of the lime juice and a bit of brown sugar, and I'll just add a bit of salt and pepper. Okay, let's do this. So that's enough yogurt. You don't really need to measure how much yogurt. It depends on how many chicken you have at a time. You'll be able to know how much sauce you need. It's just common sense. So I'm just going to put a little bit of a brown sugar. And the sugar will be to your taste. It doesn't have to be too sweet. For me, I love my sugar to be sweet and sour. My yogurt rather. Sweet and sour. That's why I'm adding a bit of lime. So I'll just give you a trick. Sometimes, or most of the time, the lime or lemon are a bit hard. If you just cut it straight away, when you try to squeeze it, it's really hard. But this is what you would do. Either on your chopping board or on your bench or anywhere. You rub it like that. You massage it, you know. Massage it really well. So what you're doing, you're incorporating the juice to come together, and they become very, very soft. So when you squeeze it, it's really easy, you know. You don't struggle. So you see how soft that looks now? Good. So now we're going to cut that in half. I'll just need half of that because it's going to be too soury. That's all we need, that much, because lime is really, really strong in flavor, so you don't want too much. You don't want to overpower the lime. Okay, so we're going to give that a good stir. Gonna add a bit of salt, a bit of pepper. You can add as much pepper as you want. If you don't eat pepper, you don't have to. Just leave it plain as it is. Give it a bit of wash. So now I'm just going to do a bit of paste. Now tandoori paste is very strong. That is why we're using yogurt, a bit of brown sugar to dilute the strongness. If you just use it, you can use it by itself, but it's going to be very hard to eat. And we're going to give it a bit of a stir. We're going to give us that nice pinkish color because of the yogurt. That consistency is really good, very good. So always try and taste it depending on how you feel the taste. That's how you're gonna do your cooking. So gonna have a bit of a taste. Wow, that flavor is really vibrant. But I think I need a little bit of sugar, brown sugar. That's it. That's all I need. Wow, it's very spicy, very sweet, very sour, everything just perfect. Can do better than this. Oh, that is really nice. I love the spice in it. Really, really good. Okay. Look at that. That looks perfect. So it is not overcooked and it's not undercooked. Just the right consistency we want it. Because we're going to cook it again in the oven and you don't want to overcook it. If you had overcooked it now, by the time you put it back in the oven, it's going to be really dry. You want it to be nice and moist. So that's what we want. Okay. So it's up to you to leave it to rest. But because of the video, I'm just going to dip it straight away. Now for the lemongrass, it's up to you if you want to reuse it again. But because I love lemongrass so much, I'm going to keep it there. So what you're going to do with the tandoori paste, you're just going to drip it like this. You know, soak it really well. So allow the excess sauce to come out and back to the normal bed like that. So at the end you can actually put this, so you want to have a very nice coat, you know. So I'm going to coat it again. Allow the excess to drip and an extra coat at the end. You repeat the same. That will be ready in 15 minutes. So the temperature is 160 degrees, guys. So now we're going to do our pearl barley salad for our tandoori chicken. Now for some of you who might not know what is pearl barley is, I have gone through the internet and do a lot of research about pearl barley. It's got a lot of nutritional value in it and it contains very high fiber. And just hold on a minute, let me just go through so it doesn't look like I'm taking it off my head and I'm making up a story for you. Okay, so which article is this one? This article is from Medical News Today. Go and look it up, okay? So I'm not making it up. So pearl barley is a cereal grain type that people can use in bread, beverages, stew, and other dishes. As a whole grain, pearl barley provides fiber. It is very high in fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Okay, so it also helps to reduce the risk of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other type of cancer. So basically if you are on a special dietary, pearl barley is the best grain that you go for. Okay, so normally when you got it in the supermarket, it looks really brown, and when you cook it, it's a bit rubbery. So what I did, I cook it twice. So the first process, you cook it, bring it to the boil, allow it to reduce, and then you pass it through a fine chinois with water, cold water. If you don't know what fine chinois is, that means fine sieve. Okay, I'm sorry, from time to time I'll be using my chef language, forgive me for that. Yeah, so pass it through the fine sieve or fine chinois with cold water, and then you recook it again, because the first time when you cook it, it's like al dente, that's just to the tooth, meaning it's not undercooked, it's not overcooked. So yeah, I want it to be a little bit soft. I don't want it to be too rubbery, even though a little bit chewy, but very pleasant to eat. Okay, so now we're doing roasted vegetables. So everything is well roasted: pickled peppers, zucchini, and our eggplant. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna cut this into a big chunk, very nice big chunk. Put it into our salad, and this is really delicious. I know you can't wait to eat, huh? Very easy. And if you don't have to really go through the hassle to cook it through the grill, just put them in the oven. Just put them in the oven. Put them on a tray. Make sure you have a grease-free paper so they don't stick on your baking tray. And then drizzle a bit of olive oil. I always love to cook with olive oil. It's really good and safer. So put as much as vegetables you can. And just for a bonus for those of you that are on a special dietary, like if you're a vegan, if you're a vegetarian, pearl barley salad, it is a dish you can go for. You don't really have to have it with chicken. You don't have to have it with any meat. You can have it on its own as a whole meal. That is a whole meal by itself, like that. So okay, so now I'm just gonna get this quick change. So we're gonna add some asparagus on the barley mix. Just cut it roughly as well. And then I'm just gonna get some few jalapeno. Now you don't have to put jalapeno because jalapeno is very spicy, and I love spice in my food. And the flavor also, it gives it extra flavor. Whew. Jalapeno is my favorite peppers. So now we're gonna do our vinaigrette dressing for our pearl barley salad. There's no salad without a dressing. Okay, so in here I had already squeezed one whole lemon juice and one whole grapes. The reason why I use the grapes that I had is so sweet and vibrant in flavor. But if you don't have grapes, you don't have to use it. You can use orange. Okay, so any citrus you can use. So we're gonna put this through. Trying to separate it from the seed, so that's why I'm very careful, because the seed can be very bitter. You don't want that in your salad. It doesn't taste very pleasant, isn't it? Okay. And I've got cumin powder. I'm gonna put a bit of cumin powder. I love cumin. And a bit of olive oil, sesame oil, and a little bit of salt, pepper, I'm just gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar. There's no vinaigrette without sugar. You have to balance it. You have to have a balance. Actually, that's more than 1 spoon, isn't it? Okay. So stir it very well. You don't have to use this if you don't have it. You can always use whisk. But this machine gives you a better consistency when you blend it with it. I promise you. Look at that. Look at that consistency. Did you see that? That's what I want. Now let's taste our vinaigrette. Oh. That is vinaigrette dressing. You wouldn't do any salad without that. Trust me. Try that dressing. Try it. If you don't like this dressing, I'll take off my apron. Bye bye to chef. Okay, so let's dress. Now let's taste. You don't want to finish the dish without tasting it for you to have the right consistency, balanced taste, whatever you need to add, a bit of salt, a bit of pepper, a bit of everything. Okay, let's taste. That is my 𝙈𝙼𝙈 salad. Okay? So our chicken has been cooking. Let's see how it looks. Wow. Look at that. Beautifully cooked. Look at that. Did you see how all the juice emerge? Oh. Anyway, let's eat, guys. We're gonna serve and then we're gonna eat. Because I'm hungry. I can't wait. I'm so excited. Gonna have a big salad. And like I said earlier on, you can have this just like on its own as a meal. Vegan, vegetarian, that's your meal. Special dietary, that's your meal. That's it. That's it. And our chicken. It's your tandoori chicken with 𝙈𝙼𝙈. Enjoy. Whew. Tasting time. You want to have this with the 𝙈𝙼𝙈. You want to have them together.
It's so nice.
Chicken.
It's really good, isn't it?
It's really nice.
How's the chicken, mommy?
Nice. Delicious. Spicy.
It's really nice. I wish I get this every day.
Best food ever.
You have it every day, mommy.
It's nice. Besides the taste.
I recommend it.
Good for
Try
your
it in
health.
your house.
For your dinner.
Besides the taste, for your health is good.
It's very good, isn't it? Very healthy. Very lot of flavor, you know. Healthy, but have a lot of flavor.
All the chicken.
If you are making this to sell, how much do you want to sell it?
It depends on, because what I do normally, people hire me to cater for them for different functions like birthday party, wedding, ceremony, engagement, any function you have. So based on how many people you want me to cater for, that's how I'm going to charge you.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I just want it for my family at home every fortnight, like four, let me say, takeaway bowls.
Okay.
How much do you want me to pay you?
I'll give you a very good price. I don't want them to be jealous.
Please let me know, Ali.
I will. But I'll give you a very reasonable price. Very reasonable.
Can you fix it and put it in the freezer?
Yes, you can. So what you do normally, if you want to preserve it for a period of time so you can keep eating it slowly, you separate it. The chicken should be separately from the 𝙈𝘼𝙈𝙈. Yes. You put them in a takeaway container, you freeze it. But you portion it to the way that once you take it out, you must use it straight away. Yeah.
It's really nice.
I'll put my other in.
Okay.
Really, really nice.
It's really nice.
Love it.
Thank you very much.
It is spicy.
Yes.
I like food that is spicy. Thank you.
Thank you, mommy.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Love it.